guys, this is Iva Berghmann and you are watching Best Persona TV, the only place to be if you want to become the best version of you. Today we are talking about the habits that successful people do before 8 a.m. Stop! I think that is all wrong and I'm going to tell you why. Have you ever heard that the early bird will catch the worm? It is true that most successful people wake up early in the morning, but that should not be a rule or a condition for being successful. First, because not everybody likes to wake up before 8 o'clock. Some people like to wake up early in the morning. Some like to stay late at night. Personally, I like to sleep until I'm done. That sometimes means I wake up at 6:30 in the morning and sometimes at 8. As I've said before, I like to sleep until I'm done. Like me, for sure you have a perfect wake-up hour. I remember watching a few years ago a movie about Karl Lagerfeld's life, and at some point he said that he wakes up at 4 a.m. without an alarm clock and starts to draw. That moment is the moment when he is inspired to create all kinds of designs. So now should all of us wake up at 4 a.m. because some successful people are successful because they do that? I'm a morning person and I still don't think that dragging yourself out of bed at 5 a.m. will create more success in your life. If success would be conditioned by the hour that we are waking up in the morning, then all the men and women who are waking up at 4 a.m. to go to work in a factory will be more successful. So, waking up before the sun does in order to achieve your success, I believe is a myth. The bottom line is that you have to wake up at some point, and it would be best to wake up refreshed than wake up like you have been in a coma. What is important is what you do after you wake up. So let's recap a few habits of successful people. So they read motivational, inspirational or educational materials for 30 to 60 minutes a day. They meditate. They exercise. They write down at least one thing in their gratitude journal and so on and so on. Let's start with reading. Of course, it's important to read. There are so many things that we don't know and that can help us to be capable of doing, having, or being so much more than we do, have, or are in this moment. I like to read, but what I've realized during coaching sessions with my clients is that not everybody likes to read. There are people who read and after 5 minutes they can't remember exactly what they have read before and they need to start all over again. So what does it mean? That those people will not be successful? Let me ask you a question at a more personal level. If you don't like reading, you are doomed not to be a successful person? For you guys who hate reading, stop torturing yourself. Do not read because we are so different. Some of us are visual, some of us are auditory and some kinesthetic. If you don't like to read, don't read. Instead of that, think what kinds of materials are appealing to you. Maybe you understand better audio recordings or watching YouTube movies or attending seminars. There are so many resources nowadays that you can study and learn so many cool things. The big question is not if you are willing to read self-help books. The question is if you are aware of the fact that in order to become a different person, you are required to do different actions. Are you willing to do those actions? It might be reading, but if reading does not apply to you as a learning method, then start looking first for what it suits you. In conclusion, decide what kind of person are you, a morning or an evening person? What learning and personal developing method is the most appealing to you? If it's not appealing, it won't last. You will not do it for long. You will find it hard to do it all the time. And third, decide what your habits should be in order to achieve your success, not others. Now, I would love to hear from you. What kind of person are you? Are you a morning person? Do you like to read? Are you a more visual or an auditory kind of person? Tell me all about it in the comments down below. As always, the best discussions happen after the episode is over at ivaberghmann.com. We have a great time chatting and sharing all kinds of ideas, so go there and leave a comment now. Did you like this video? If so, subscribe to our lovely channel, and it would be awesome if you share this with your friends on your social media platforms. Thank you, YouTubers, for watching, and remember, you are unique, original, and most of all, you are great. Now share this with the world. I'm Eva, and I'll see you soon.